Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're showing you guys how we're going to install the Livescope system on our ice fishing bundle. All right, so we're going to take this thing up to a whole different level with the insanely awesome, very cool Livescope system. And I'm so excited to get this on here and to go and try this out on the water. I'm basically going to show you how we're going to hook it up. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use for my transducer pole, which I'm really excited about because it's really a cool setup. And all I ask in return, guys, as usual, is just make sure you hit the like button if you like this video, if you learned something, and of course make sure you're subscribed. And last but not least, bell notification, ding-a-lang-a-lang, just so you know whenever I post a new video, okay? That's it. Let's get started. So very first thing we need to do is we got to yank this out of the bag, all right? We got to clear out some space. We're going to take this out of the bag so it's just a whole lot easier to work with, all right? So let's get all this stuff out of here. Okay, guys, so I've gone ahead and stripped everything out of here. I've taken the thing out of the bag and I've undone a lot of the wires. I've gone ahead and disconnected the battery. So there's the battery. Go ahead and put that aside. And here's the transducer. This is the ice fishing transducer. So got that out of there. So we pretty much cleaned this up. And over here, I've actually taken out the extra hardware. So when we first got this kit, it came with some additional hardware. It came with these brackets. And this is exactly what we need to go ahead and install the GLS10 from the Livescope system, all right? So we're gonna install these first, and you're gonna get 2 bags of bolts. One set is gonna have 4 bolts with 4 washers, and then you're gonna have another bag with 4 bolts, 4 washers, and 4 locking washers, okay? So the bolts that come with just a washer, that is for putting these in. And the bolts that come with a washer and a locking washer are for securing the GLS10 to these brackets, okay? So let's go ahead and take this off. We're gonna take our unit off just to get it out of the way, and then we'll go ahead and install the brackets. All right, so the way these brackets go on here is this goes on the inside, right? So the GLS10 is gonna go back here, so go ahead and secure those in. So you're gonna grab 1 washer and 1 bolt and go ahead and start securing this down. Now when you do this, don't go put them in super tight because you want them to move a little bit. You might need a little bit of the play to get the GLS10 to line up. By the way, guys, while we put this together, don't forget, I've put out a full video on Panoptix to show you guys exactly what kind of Panoptix transducer you need for different setups. And I also did a video on how to put together this ice fishing rig. So if you want to go check out those videos, you haven't seen them yet, I will put a link in the description below so you can go check those out. I'll also have links in the description below for all of this equipment. You'll be able to see anything that I talk about in this video. You'll get links to in the description. Okay. There we go, brackets are on, so now let's go ahead and connect the GLS10. So this is the GLS10, this is what's called the black box, right? So you need this for the LVS32 transducer. So go ahead and put that in place. That just goes like that. Then we'll go ahead and bolt these in. So you're gonna take a bolt, put a washer, and then a locking washer. I'm not going to tighten this until I have everything in place. Then once I have all the bolts in, I'll go ahead and tighten everything down. Okay, so we got that installed. So here you can see this is where the transducer connects. This is where the network cable connects. And this is where the power connects. So that's it, this is done. So we can put our cradle back on and we can start getting everything ready. Okay. Put our cradle on here, there we go. Power wire, get that out of the way. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start connecting all of our cables. First up, let's get the network wire, okay? So the network connector looks like this. This is what plugs into the back of your Echomap unit. And then it connects here to your main network cable, all right, like so. And then the other end, right here, this is what connects to the GLS10 to the black box. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug this into the unit on the back. We're going to plug it into the back right here. It can only go in one way. There we go. Tighten it down. There. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to wrap it right up here. No, don't wrap it super tight. There's no need to wrap these things up real tight. Just like this is fine. And that'll plug in to here. There we go. And when you're plugging this in, just look, they can only go in one way. There's usually like a little keyed tab, and that's what it connects to. So there you go, that's that. Next up, let's get the power wire. Now I'm gonna show you what I've done with the power wire, okay? I actually have a ring connector on my negative, and then what I did is on my positive, let me just disconnect this. On my positive, I put a spade connector. So I've got a female spade connector on here, I've got the male spade on here, and then I've got the ring connector here. So what this allows me to do is that whenever I'm out there fishing, I just connect this together. And when I'm not fishing, I could just disconnect this, and I've disconnected the GLS-10 completely from the battery. The reason why I want to do this is, from what I've read, there is a small drain. So even when this is all shut off, this still slightly drains your battery, and I'd rather not have it do that. So you can install a switch, or you could just put a spade connector, just disconnect it like that, whatever you prefer. So let's go ahead and plug this in now. Now bear in mind, I'm gonna be reusing this power cable in my boat, so I'm not gonna cut it. But if you're going to use it in here, I would suggest cutting this down to a size that you need, or you can buy an additional cable that will replace this power cable and the Echomap cable. It's sort of like a 2-in-1, so you can actually get this cable that you plug in to the battery once, so you've only got one negative, one positive, and then it has two cables that come out that plug into your 2 units. It's made specifically for the ice fishing bundle, and it's nowhere near as long as well. But if you do have the 2 cables, feel free to cut them if you're not going to use them for anything else. But I will not, because I'm going to be using this in the boat, and then I will get kind of that 2-in-1 cable when I get a chance. So let's go ahead and feed these through. And of course, guys, always make sure if you play with the cables, do not remove the fuse. You need to make sure you keep the fuse. Or if you're running through a fuse block, something like that, that's fine, but just make sure that you've got your system fused at all times, okay, to protect it. All right, now that we have this all set up, the next part is the transducer. Now I'm not going to connect the transducer right away. I actually have the transducer right here, so this is the LVS32, and I actually have it connected already to my transducer adapter, which I'm going to show you guys in a minute, okay? So I've actually used the hardware, so I've got the bolt, the washer, and the rubber washer, which is actually in between the connection right here. And I've mounted it. This is the same hardware you would use for mounting it to pretty much any of your adapters. So I've got that set up, and you use the washer for the ice fishing setup, but I'm not going to be twisting it around anyway. So anyway, this is from Summit Fishing Equipment, and I'm going to show you guys in a minute why I love this thing, because it's super cool. So anyway, I've got that bolted on, and here's the cable here. It's pretty huge. And the way this works is this actually connects into the top here. But I'm not going to take this and wrap it all around or anything like that. I'm not even going to connect it yet. I'm going to connect this at the end, because once you put it in the bag, there's a pocket on the inside of the bag that the excess cable goes into, and then we'll connect it. It's just way easier doing it that way. And let's not forget the power cable for the unit. We'll wrap that up as well. And then I have some Velcro straps here. I'm just going to wrap this entire thing up with the Velcro strap. So I do not want to pinch anything I'm not supposed to. There we are. It's done. Cool. There we go. All right, let's get this put back in the bag. Put our ice fishing transducer here. And don't forget, on the back of the bag, you can also open it up, right? The battery access door. Again, I show that in my old video. Again, I show that in the ice fishing bag video that I did. So again, check the description for that video. And just get my power wires out. Okay, there is our battery access door open, ready to go. Get the cables out of here. There we go. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get the battery in here. Now, my challenge with this battery is it's too big to fit really well. So all I do is I just sit it right in front of the door like this. So let's get these pins out. So all I do with mine is I just sit it right in here like that, and that's it. There. All right, and we'll get a socket for this to tighten it up. All right, there we go, and now I can see how much power I got on this battery right now. It's at 84%, cool. And let's take us a look-see on this side. All right, so we're good. Unit's turning on, status light is blinking on the GLS-10. You can actually see it right there, I think. Come on, blink, there it is, it's blinking. Now next up, let me show you what I'm going to use for the transducer. So guys, this is what I was talking about. This is the transducer pole for ice fishing from Summit Fishing Equipment. I absolutely love it. It is a huge upgrade from the regular Garmin version or some of the other ones that I've seen. This thing is just way better. So let me show you how it works. Basically, you've got your handle right here, and you've got the spikes that open up. And what's cool is they move independently. So if you're kind of on an uneven surface or whatever, it opens up like so. And then you can go ahead, you've got these telescopic poles that come out, and you can put it, really super deep. So you adjust it to whatever height that you need or whatever depth that you need. So the way it works is you just adjust the height. So you can adjust the height of the handle. So you've got a little knob here that you just turn, and that loosens this entire mechanism up. Okay, so you can adjust sort of the height of your handle like so. And then once you get it set to where you want, you just tighten up this little bolt right here, and it's in a groove inside the shaft of the pole here. And then you just loosen the actual base. So when it's on the ground, you can just go ahead and turn the handle and you get a full 360 any direction you want. And another really cool feature about this, let me close this up, is that the base just pops right on. So you just unpin it like so. Let's get that off there. And you just go ahead, now it's keyed, so it can only go in kind of one way, which, there we go. And then you can go ahead and close it up, and you pin it in place, and there you go, you're all set. Put that in the water and you're good to go. And what's awesome is that built into it, you get the perspective mode mount built into it. So you don't need to buy that perspective mode adapter for this particular transducer. It's already built right into the transducer pole. So Summit Fishing Equipment, I'll put a link in the description below to their website. Really awesome. And not only can you get this, you can also get these plastic clips that look like that. So they have plastic clips so that you can attach the cable right to the shaft. Let me show you that. So here's your smallest clip right here. You just pop that on like so. Just be careful you don't pinch the wire, and that's it. And that'll secure the whole wire. And there's different sizes because you've got a small barrel, a medium barrel, and the large barrel. So remember guys, no zip ties. I always recommend you buy these clips that come with these transducer poles because they're awesome. And then when you're done fishing for the day, put it back to straight up, go ahead and pull the pin, unclip it, and the whole thing just goes right in your bag. They also actually sell a transducer protector cover, which is really cool. So you can get all the accessories right from Summit. And one more thing, guys, be very careful when you're using these transducers, okay? So you may have noticed that there's a new version of this LVS. It's called the LVS-I believe it is. And the big difference is the material that's used for this cable, all right? So this is probably like a vinyl cable. What they're using now is silicone. It's much more flexible. So on the LVS32I, the latest version of this transducer, this is made of silicone. So it flexes a lot better when the cable is really cold, especially here. So there's a problem with these units for ice fishing. I've seen photos of it, and you gotta be very careful. You don't wanna bend these too much, or else what'll happen is this will separate right from the transducer. I've actually seen this rip right out. So very careful, use the clips, guys. I suggest you get the cover protector. It helps protect this cable connection as well. Highly recommend it, all right, guys? So again, guys, check it out. Summit Fishing Equipment. It's made in the USA. Really solid stuff, and I love all the accessories. And they also sell cradles, bags. They have the frames and everything. Unfortunately, I already bought this before I even knew about this company. So I bought this bag and the frame from Garmin, and then I started looking for transducer poles, and that's when I found this one. So go check it out, guys. They have everything. They even have like UV light accessories. It's crazy. Go check out their site. That's it, guys. That's all there is to it. And you now have the ultimate ice fishing machine with your Livescope transducer. You've got the regular ice fishing transducer, and you've got it all set up on your awesome Echomap unit, and you're good to go. I am so excited, guys, to get this out on the ice and get some video footage of it. And I am also looking forward to getting this installed on the boat. So I've got a whole separate boat setup that I'm gonna have coming up soon. We've got a ton of upgrades on the boat coming up. So just like really excited. I don't know when I'm gonna get time to do all this, but we'll certainly try and find the time. All right, guys, so thank you so much again. If you like this video, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and all that good stuff, and bell notifications, blah, the YouTube drill. And we'll see you guys on the next video, all right? Peace.